I'm Deputy Chief Michael Wall of the Fire Prevention Division, and I'd like to welcome you to today's ceremony at the historic and beautiful Fireman's Hall Museum. Today's special event is the presentation of the 2011 Paramedic of the Year Award. The Philadelphia Fire Department is both fortunate and honored to have the Philadelphia Fire Department's Historical Corporation sponsoring this award. The Board of Directors of the Historical Corporation is comprised of men and women from the private sector who donate their time, energy, and resources to this museum. It was a committee of the Board of Directors that selected today's recipient. I'd like to introduce some of the members of the Historical Corporation's Board of Directors who are with us today. Mr. Chip Lilly, President of the Philadelphia Fire Department Historical Corporation, Mr. Lee Ryan, Mr. Chuck Barber, Mr. Robert Shea, and Mr. Richard Coppola, Chairman of the Selection Committee, and Ms. Carol Smith, Secretary of the Historical Corporation and representing the Philadelphia Contribution Ship. Okay, now I'm going to introduce the leadership of the Philadelphia Fire Department. There's a lot of brass out there, so please give me a minute and I'll run through it. Chiefs from the EMS division, we have Chief Touchstone, Chief Schweitzer, Chief Foster, and Chief Butts. We have commanding Division 1, we have Deputy Chief James Leary, and commanding Division 2, we have Chief Joseph Mack. And our Commissioner for Technical Support, John Devlin, our Commissioner for Operations, Ernest F. Hargett, and our Fire Commissioner, Lloyd Ayers. Please give them all a warm round of applause. At this time, I'd like to call Mr. Chip Lilly to the podium for a few remarks. Chip.
I'd like to welcome you here to Fireman's Hall Museum. The Philadelphia Fire Department Historical Corporation, in conjunction with the City Fire Department, manages the museum here, and our mission here is to tell the story of the fire service, the Philadelphia Fire Service, to the tens of thousands of civilian visitors to the city that come through here every year. One of the most important parts of that mission of the fire service, I believe, is the EMS side of it. A lot of us grew up with Johnny and Roy, and I think a lot of times EMS portion doesn't get highlighted as much as it should. So we're honored to be here today to highlight our Paramedic of the Year, and we're excited that for the selection. Thank you very much.
I'm now going to ask Commissioner Lloyd Ayers to please come to the podium for his remarks. Commissioner Ayers.
Good morning to everyone. I heard what he said, and I came in late and they was talking about cut it short. But it's some things that deserve its time. And this is one of the awards that absolutely deserves the time to talk about its importance all the way from its inception. And I see the father over here ready to rock the pen, Chuck. And I remember the day that we sat down and we had the conversation. He brought it back from the board, saying that they wanted to sponsor this Paramedic Award, and just thinking about how important it was for all of the work that our paramedics do in the city, all of the good positive outcomes that we have. All of the times that they run in the face of danger, as well as the firefighters rescuing someone, giving that person one more shot at life, making sure that that transition from the incident, that an individual, a firefighter, a family member, that illness, whatever it was, from that they could transition to a higher level of care so that they could indeed have that other shot back at life, going back to their families, going back to work. All of those important things that we stop and we think about when we analyze what our great people do. And sometimes we get the letters back that talk about this person was an angel. I knew as I gained consciousness that I was in good hands. They talk about the bedside manner. They talk about how well they cared for their parent. And even those who succumb to their injuries, we hear the family members talk about the compassion, the dedication, the care that was given to the family member that lost their life due to an illness or due to an injury. Just talking about how our folks give that good service. Our men and women are second to none. We stop and we think about today, one of our great paramedics. I've seen him in action. We've heard about him over the years. We've watched his work. We've watched his dedication. We've watched and heard about even the triplets. You know, so that's what it's all about, the family, all of those positive things, all of the partners, those people that he's worked with, who bore witness, the memos that came forward, the heroism, all of those things. So when we stop and we look at what this now becomes, it's a lot more than a pen on the chest, a lot more than a beautiful, beautiful piece that comes out of this very background that we've decided that is what comes to those people who earn this valuable award, this prestigious award. And it's more than going out and enjoying some dinner and some other things. It's about the very heart of humanity. It's about those who will call a service, those who swore that they would do it, and those who do it every day. It's one of our colleagues, one of our good friends who coined, well, he uses all of the time, a very important phrase. And it goes something like this. Well, I'm forgetting it. Let me see. Well done is better than well said. And I think that's it. And it might be well said is not as good as well done. It's one or the other. But every time I see that, it makes us understand that this is what it's all about. We talk about it. We see what it's supposed to be. We talk about the rules, the regulations, the directives, and they're to guide us and to make sure that we do the right things. But when we see people doing it in action over and over, that's really what it's about. Well done is better than well said. God bless you, and thank you for being who you are. Thank you, Paramedic Carey.
Thank you, Commissioner Ayers. We're going to go off the program a little bit. I have a special request from Fire Paramedic Fred Kozachin. Fred, if you please come forward. It's really nice when the commissioners and the brass say something nice